Yeah.
We fucked up. Well, I
Yeah.
fucked up.
How'd you? How'd you? My God.
Okay. listen, motherfucker. I already told you. So, for full transparency, after like Resident Evil, I should have cut this some of this waiting out. After well, starting Resident Evil 7, I wanted to have us make this make everything seem like it's been done in one full sitting. But for Hollow Knight, I lost this session's commentary. So for this and the next 4 episodes, everything's post commentary.
Unfortunately.
Yay.
Unfortunately. I think this is also.
Hey,
I mean, then again, we also recorded this like when we're almost like dead tired.
Yeah, like so if you guys notice how the release schedule is right now, like we're kind of like doing like one game at a time, and while we're still recording both games, like this was recorded while we're also recording Resident Evil. Although I think this started with Luigi's Mansion. Depending on things, it'll just be one game at a time, so we're not like rushing to get everything out.
I mean, we do have a lot of games planned. It's just we basically take turns playing games, like
Yeah.
Because if we were doing 2 games at once, it's more of a hassle to finish.
I mean, you say then, yeah, we still recorded Scott Pilgrim, which...
Well, I mean, sometimes we'll throw in, like, small games in between or something, just, like, to kind of, like, keep the flow of something going.
Yeah, and thankfully got 3 episodes out of that. Even though I had to put a fucking seizure warning at the start of
Todd's
episode 3.
Todd's fight.
Yeah, because... The fucking vegan, like, it would, like, the only reason why I thought about that is because, you know how Yori flashes when he does the stupid vegan Akira shit, but then add on the whole last health flashing thing. Yeah, no, someone's going to it's going to be like the one episode of The Simpsons where they go to Japan and they discover fighting seizure robots. I forget what the fucking joke is.
I can't. I just remember it's just like, they're just like, oh cool, it's a cartoon. And it's like all the flashing lights. But I haven't watched that episode. I haven't watched that episode of The Simpsons. I think in God knows how long.
Why is this at the top of my notifications?
I don't know.
Well, no. Remember when we recorded when we did record Scott Pilgrim and the 2 DLC for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
The Domino's order on my credit card, that's the top notification.
That was from like...
Yeah. I don't get it either.
You think it was because of the connection problems that day or something?
I don't fucking know.
Well, then again, like, they never told us it was delivered. They didn't know if it was delivered. It was just there.
Well, as soon as I walked out to double check, like, the issue wasn't like them not saying it was delivered or not. The site said it was delivered. I couldn't find it, but the guy just drove up while I was looking for it. It's fucking weird. Let me see if I can't figure out what the fuck it's called. Epic Seizure Robots? I don't fucking... but I think that was only a joke because of the fucking Porygon episode. Although I think that was, like, over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, have you watched any Japanese-only Pokemon episodes?
I have watched all of X and... Well, before they got dubbed, I watched all of X and Y and all of Sun and Moon.
All right. I'm only curious because I know the original series, like removing the Porygon episode, there was one episode where there was a giant tentacruel that was destroying buildings.
Okay, see, I did go watch those episodes. And stuff.
Well, the only reason why I know that got pulled was because it was like close to 9/11. That's why some episode, like one episode of Time Force, had to be edited.
I keep finding like behind the scenes now Power Rangers stuff. Like I found a Wild Force one, like just earlier today.
Let me guess. It was the Time Force crossover where it was showing how the actors swap places.
Yeah.
Fucking figured because I was getting that for a bit, which I should have fucking figured that's how they did that shit.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah. For context, it's just when the Rangers demorph, like people will come in, hold the positions of the suit actors, and then the actors for the characters come in. They position themselves where the staff like had the positions held. It's interesting to see like the one scene where Wes was shot at by the mute orgs. I think that was one. When like Jen like jumps down from a fucking mountain. Which makes me question what kind of fucking gear Time Force is sending people with for special missions, because holy fuck. Like, you remember that fucking outfit, right?
I do. But it's Time Force for me. It feels like a fever dream sometimes.
I can't say to me it was a fever dream because I did rewatch it like when every season of Power Rangers was still on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't have Netflix at the time for that.
But I mean, to this day, it's still a great season, even if a good chunk of it is just copying Time Ninja.
Well, there's one thing I think Time Ranger did. I don't know if it was it was for like special episodes. Like they'll go back and to the time era of the Sentai that came before them.
I did see clips of that,
but I couldn't remember if it's just like it was like special like episodes or stuff like that.
So I feel like something like that would be like an end episode thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing clips of Bokinger doing that. Even though Bokinger is a shitty season from...
So is Operation Overdrive.
You're not wrong.
They're both bad in their own ways.
Like, the more I see of Bokinger, Yeah, keep in mind, I still have yet to watch it. I do plan on watching it, but the more I see of it, the more I think the only good thing is the intro. Because that intro is awesome.
It's still one of my lowest rated Sentais. I can say that. It's still one of my lowest rated ones. I think I was nice enough to give it a 4 out of 10. I just didn't enjoy it that much. I didn't like... Was it Bokinger versus Super Sentai?
I didn't think it was that bad of a movie, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
My only issue with it is that... And I get Magirenjo was a Sentai before it, but we did not need 2 representatives from it.
No, that's why I'm... Wait, it was either they gave us what... It was... They should just gave us Maji Shine, that was it. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
And they could did something like... You know, wait, they could did, I mean, kind of cool they Gal Ranger instead.
I think they could have done something early.
I still think this is the most stupidest part they put a boss at, is right at a bench to just... Like, you want to heal, either worry about a boss fight.
Yeah, well, just be glad I cut out all your failed attempts.
Well, I was just so used to having Shade Shadow a lot. Sharp Shadow a lot.
Is that... So, you can pretty much get any ability at any order, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, the only... Well, technically you can't unless you know, like, how to speedrun the game. And it takes a lot of pausing. And... Because if you watch, like, a speedrun of this game, it's actually shockingly fun to watch. Because I was like... I didn't think you can do this super early in the game, like... Because a lot of people like to get Shaman Stone very early in the game. I mean, again, Shaman Stone is a pretty... It's really good for any magic builds. But the only thing is, like... I do a mixture of both sometimes. Magic and the nail.
Oh, I hope that never happens.
Yeah.
So, I see like a bit of the opening segment in Resident Evil 9 for Grace's part of the thing, and this is from a Twitter post.
From a Twitter.
But here's the issue: the post says this section in Resident Evil 9 makes me want to see an open world game by Capcom in the future. A, those already exist, and B, my first mind went, oh fuck, there's gonna be an open world Resident Evil, I can fucking feel it.
I don't think we need it that much, really.
No, I really fucking hope that doesn't...
It's not necessary. I mean, it could be a spin-off maybe of something, but I feel like as a mainline thing, no.
Because, well the main thing with Resident Evil, barring titles like 5 and 6, that, you know, it's more like enclosed, well, 4, 5, and 6, I should say, it's more like enclosed horror. That's why even in like 3, like a lot of the areas don't last that long.
Because I kind of...
Even though in 3, yeah, you're running through the town.
Yeah. But that must be the reason why I feel like an open world setting would never work in Resident Evil, because they have to find a lot of ways to, you know, flesh out all these areas for something and but I think it would take much longer for them to develop a new game like that.
Well, I mean, it's also part of the reason why I don't want Zelda to do another open world.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think it's all we need. That's all I think we really need.
Well, no, here's the thing. I 100% understand why they went the open world angle with, especially for Breath of the Wild, because a lot of people were saying that the traditional Zelda formula was getting stale, and you know, I can agree with that. That being said,
but like you could say that the same for Pokemon and like any RPG, they keep making more games for.
Yeah,
and people still buy them.
Yeah, but again, my thing is, yeah, the formula is getting stale, but A, these games are going to come out like, it's going to take longer because of testing and the like. B, the only reason why we got Tears of the Kingdom as fast as we did is that originally all that was DLC. So you had the base game of Breath of the Wild to actually, you know, be there. And see, just because something is stale doesn't mean it doesn't work.
I mean, then again, these are a lot of people that complain about everything small and everything. Like still that Devil May Cry post you sent me, I'm still like angry about.
Well, here's the thing. I've seen like the stuff from the manga that does suggest that Dante can reload Ebony and Ivory, but the issue with that, and yes, it's from the fucking Netflix show. The issue with that is that in the games, it's like you can see this with Nero. Blue Rose is specifically the one that needs reloading, and even if Dante does reload Ebony and Ivory, from what the game shows, it suggests that he doesn't need to that often.
I mean,
obviously
DMC4 kind of shows it off a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially when you do the charge with a Nero, like he has to reload immediately. But Dante, no, he can just keep on shooting.
Yeah.
But even then, that's more so. The only reason why they had the reloading thing was just to literally steal steal this one video. And like people are trying to say, well, then did DMC5 steal Michael Jackson dance? Because they're trying to say, well, it's a homage, but it with the reloading scene, but it really isn't, because it's like copied beat for beat. While the dance Dante does in DMC5, Michael Jackson wouldn't. That you'd be hard pressed to actually show off a performance where Michael actually danced like that. Like it is a reference to Michael Jackson, but I mean that's not from any of his shows. I should say.
This is why people need to fact check themselves and do their research before they bitch. Because it's more people bitching about the reloading scene than people trying to say, oh no, the reloading scene actually makes sense and all that. But it's like I said, these are mostly these are mostly people who just watch the anime and have watched Let's Plays. Like, yeah, I'm a DMC fan.
Well, here's my thing. There's something wrong with being a fan from just watching Let's Plays, but it's just you. But no, you actually need to fucking pay attention.
Well, it's because when these DMC, because when the Netflix series will show something that's not been in that's not been adapted from the games yet. Like, I still think Dante getting Ebony and Ivory in season 2 right now seems like why
which is it's idiotic. Like, I understand it's a different continuity and but
I understand
that's his
what's the thing. I understand they're trying to it feels like they're going in because it feels like season 1 was supposed to do was supposed to be basically what 3 is supposed to be because Dante not having double trigger yet until later on and that.
But it's just like Rebellion, Ebony and Ivory is
been a staple.
Dante's signature guns. Yeah. So not
you literally start with Ebony and Ivory and Rebellion in pretty much every game.
And so that's the main issue with it. It's it makes no sense not to have Ebony and Ivory be equipped on Dante and pretty much anything. Hell, the fucking reboot knew not to exclude Ebony and Ivory.
But my question what was he using beforehand? Just some
It looks like from what I could tell, just random pistols. And keep in mind, I haven't watched the anime. I will at some point, because I do plan on going back to Devil May Cry for my channel, especially since the one Nightmare Before Christmas game. I'm being dead serious on that.
I mean, then you're also watching you're going to the 2007 version as well of Devil May Cry.
Which I'm not a fan of its intro.
I wish it had some vocals.
I just wish it was a rock tune.
I think it just should have been a movie. Because it felt like a movie.
On some level, you're not wrong.
But I still think it's weird the fact that 5 decided to include Morrison into the story. Even though he was an anime original character before 5.
Well, the anime is canon. That's the big reason why Morrison is even there, because the original timeline went Devil May Cry 3, 1, 4, then 2, I believe, with the anime happening in between 4 and 2, I want to say. Now, I could be slightly wrong, but I know for a fact the anime had its own spot in the timeline. But now with Devil May Cry 5, it is 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, with the anime taking place throughout all of the first 4 games.
Which is why I think I'm surprised that Dante never mentioned Nero in the anime. It takes place in between those during that continuity.
Well, the thing is, he's probably with that. It's like it probably ends like shit when Dante learns about the Order of Sword and all that, and goes to and it's like preparing to head out to take care of the Sanctus or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. I keep forgetting.
I just call him Lord Holiness. That's what.
Did you say horniness or holiness?
Holiness.
Okay, good. Because I was about to like fucking drive down to your house and fucking slap you upside your head.
No, usually your hearing sucks.
Yeah, probably. Because I became that one jackass who blasts the music. But we'll see you guys next time.